Alrighty, howdy majiggity howdens folks, I'm your host Mr. XVII. Welcome back to Metroid Prime 3 Corruption. In the last episode we wrapped up the treasure hunt in Brio, and also we both started and finished the GFS Valhalla stuff. And now we are concluding the treasure hunt here in the Space Pirate homeworld. We are in Pirate Research right now. I told you that I'd meet you here once, you know. I hate it. I hate the Space Pirate music so much. So in the scrap vault here, I deliberately left one missile expansion because I couldn't obtain some of the other items in this room yet. So the first one is up here. Right there. And then once you've obtained that, head back over here. Not like that. I have returned. Alright, so what you want to do is you want to jump in here and ignore all of the space pirates, because that's what they are at this point. They're just rats. So there's a couple of things we can get here, one of which just so happens to be a ship missile expansion. This one takes a little bit of like platforming to get to. And that's that. So now that we're done with this, head down here. Not this shit again. Once you're done there, you go up this way. There'll be a Jolly Roger drone waiting for you here. Or not. Alright, cool. So then you shoot these two little doohickeys, and that will open up a very, very lengthy section of screw attack jumping panels, which you will want to jump at. And blow up all the fart plumes on your way up, just by smashing into them. Because that's what you can do. Now, in order to break this down, you need to missile it 3 times. And there's your missile expansione. Awesome. Awesome. Cool. So then over on the left-hand side of the room is another missile expansion within here. This is one I deliberately missed. And we want to go through here up to the top because we're actually going back through. We are going to go through the Metroid door, the ice door again. I don't believe. Hang on one sec. I don't believe there is anything worth over here. No, there isn't. So as we go through here, remember I skipped this as well. This one's pretty straightforward to get. You rotate this around, which it will then, I think it rotates by itself for whatever reason. Think of that. I think that Phazon Metroid right there is powering it with its own willpower or something bullshitty. Oh no, it doesn't. I don't know. Oh, it rotates that so you can actually get out. That's what that does. I don't know, man. Okay, so in here, remember there's an energy tank at the top of the room. I got it on the way through here the first time because there are Phazon Metroids in here, and they're gonna make your life a living misery, and I don't like it, so I didn't, okay? That's how I roll. So now we're here at the tram station again. Train station. It's not a goddamn tram. It's a goddamn train. That's what it is. Alright. There's only a handful of items left at this point. I'm gonna think, which one do I want to get first? I want to get this one? Yeah, this one would be best to get first. So you can remember this one, right? Cool, and there's a spider ball track at the back of here. There you go. That leaves one more missile expansion left. And I know basically where that is. So you head back out this way. And then back this way. Because we're basically going back to our ship now at this point. Oh, what? Nope, that's not the way to their ship. That's the way to our ship. And that's the way to death. Don't go that way. So now you go to the bottom floor. Oh man. The final item. If everything has gone according to plan, the final item is right there. Oh, that's the last missile expansion. So we've got all missile expansions and all energy tanks, and finally, do we have all the ship missiles? We do. That is essentially 99% of the items. The only item we have left is the one that we need to get from the Leviathan seed itself. So, without further ado, congratulations. If you've made it this far, you have basically 100% items. If you have missed anything, please go back through the project itself. I know it'll be kind of arduous, but hey, at least it's 17 episodes at this point, and not, you know, like billions, like some people end up with. I don't know why, but they do, somehow. They end up with like bajillion episodes, and if they don't, they sequence break, or do some like crazy glitches in speedrun mode that they, you know. So here's me just throwing shade, because I can, and I will. So yeah, 99 out of 100 pickups. The final one we're going for right now. Holy shit, you have no idea how good that makes me feel. Oh, man. This project has been a long time coming, and we are basically within an episode or two about to wrap this up once and for all. And I am so happy with the way that everything turned out. So, this is basically my last victory, hurrah, that I'm, that you're basically witnessing. And my excitement is mounting, even though I'm, like, really fucking tired right now. But that's it. That's it. Alright, so for these things, you just shoot them with the X-ray visor. This is actually an important mechanic that they show with that, because that's actually going to be important in the next boss fight, which is what we're going to do now. And hopefully this boss fight shouldn't actually take me that long, because he's pretty easy.
Oh shit! It's Ripley again! Goddamn! You didn't die earlier. I'm so angry. Why are you even alive? That's the question I need to ask. Oh shit, he's turned into General Grievous.
Are you serious? That actually worked? I'm amazed that that actually, like, basically got off on the first attack there. The same deal here. Ridley's a real pushover for some reason. So now that he's done that, he will actually get some decent armor. If you get close to him, it knocks him out of that. That's actually kind of cool. What? Hey. Don't be like that. Okay, now pull out your echo visor. Not your echo visor. Why do I keep making the same mistakes? Then again, I think I played Prime 2 a little bit too much. It is my favorite game in the series now at this point. Cool, that breaks off his armor, and that makes it so that he will essentially be perma-exposed. This part does get a little bit annoying because you have to try and hit him while he's flying around, and this is the most time-consuming part of the whole fight, so don't be worried if it takes you a while, because eventually this dingus will come down to land at some point, but until he does that, don't be alarmed at the fact that it might take you a while to deal with him. You can hit him while he's up in the air like that, but it's really difficult, as you can see. So your best bet is just basically waiting until he lands. Or I don't know of a better way to deal with this. Yeah, I don't really know of a better way to deal with this, to tell the truth.
Well, at least we got him dealt with now.
Now Samus is like super corrupted. Which isn't good, obviously. So this item is the Hyper Grapple. And this is the last item we need. There you go, 100% special ending unlocked. Awesome. So now what the Hyper Grapple lets you do is it's essentially an extension of Gandreda's ability where you can actually do this and feel epic while you're doing it. You can overload these Phazon stocks, and you're going to need to actually do that to get to the last area. That feels so satisfying to do. What was I talking about? These don't look any different. I'm an idiot. Throughout the whole project, I was like, "Oh, they just look different." The cutscene is exactly the damn same, regardless of where you were at. The only thing that really actually changes is Samus, because duh, she gets more corrupt as the game goes. Whatever, I made a mistake, I own up to it, whatever. Holy shit! It's funny how it brings you all the way back out here, even though you don't really need to be, because we gotta just go back down to the planet's surface anyway.
Samus, you have successfully destroyed the last remaining seed as detected by our systems. The spread of phazon corruption has been stopped. This is a great day for the Federation. However, there is one more mission to complete. Skytown's Aurora Unit 217 reports that it has discovered the origin of the Leviathan attacks. It appears that this is where Dark Samus and her main pirate force are stationed. Destroying them will require a full-scale attack. Unfortunately, this location is so far away it cannot be reached by conventional space travel. We must instead create a wormhole to reach it. The pirates have constructed a Leviathan battleship, which is in orbit around this planet. If we can board this battleship, we may be able to force it to open a wormhole. Large energy surges consistent with a warp device are traveling between the pirates' planet and the Leviathan battleship. It appears the pirates are using this warp device to link to the ship. We will upload the coordinates of this device to you now.
Cool. So now we actually have to sabotage the Leviathan battle unit in order to get there. So let's do that, shall we? Let's head back down to the command center. And we are likely going to continue the rest of this in the next episode, but I'm going to actually get to the Leviathan first and deal with everything that I need to do there, and then we are going to continue this and finish this project once and for all. So you can kind of gather where we're supposed to go. If you remember in the command center area, there was this bizarre growth-like looking thing with a weird tentacle eye thing. That is where we're going, because we need the hypergrapple in order to overload the crap out of that. So we're going to do that then. Up to the topmost floor. Actually, no. I made a mistake. Up to the second highest floor. My bad. Cool. Also, if you need to, disable that. You don't have to, though. We're not using it. This is the final train we'll be taking. Or at least to a new location. Not the final train we are taking in general, because we do need to take it. We do need to basically immediately take it back. Which, you know, it's kind of funny. Now, one thing is pretty humorous about the dialogue between Aurora Unit 242 and Admiral Dane and yourself in this next section is that because I've done this in the order that I have, it's actually botched the order of their dialogue. One person will talk about where we're going, and it'll have a name, and then after they've already named it, they'll say, oh, we have now given a name to this planet. And it's just like, well, that's what he just basically told me, was we're going to this whatever. It's kind of funny. And a big ass teleporter thing pops up at the top of the room. There you go. Uploaded the pirate code. And here they go. Here's where they're going to start talking to me and botching the order. But once they're done talking, I'll end this episode and we'll begin the final assault. Assault.
Samus, we have gained control of the Leviathan. Now we'll be able to open a wormhole and warp to Phase. It's time to end this. Once you rendezvous with the fleet, we'll head straight into the belly of the beast. I look forward to fighting alongside you again, Samus. Godspeed.
As you can see, they've already given a name to the planet, the name being Phase. Once we get to this next area, Aurora Unit 242 will contact me, telling me that they've given the planet the name Phase. Which is just like, okay. You could have told me that before Admiral Dane told me what the name of the planet was, but... because they tell you why they call it Phase.
Take heed, Samus. Once you join the fleet and the wormhole to Phase is opened, there is no turning back. Please be sure to prepare yourself. We wish you the best of luck. Samus, we have received new data from AU-217. A planet was detected at the epicenter from where the Leviathan telemetry originated. We have named this planet Phase.
See? Even after Aurora Unit 242 tells you that the name of the planet is Phase, she's like, well, we've named it Phase. Like, what? Why? Why that detail now? After you've already, like, established the name. But, oh well, whatever. I don't think anybody really expected to get through it this fast, in this order. But regardless, that said, we are done with this episode, and we're going to wrap this up in the final episode. I can't believe we're here, but part 18. Unbelievable. 18 episodes. Not even slightly longer than Echoes. Awesome. Alright, I'll see you guys back in the next episode. Thank you so much for watching, and let's end this.